Hi, my name's Johnny, and today we are looking at the Duality Fuzz. The Duality Fuzz from Darkglass Electronics. You know them, I know them, we all love them. Darkglass Electronics making absolute moves in the bass world for years now. They've been household names. Now before we set sail on this total voyage, just want to say that Darkglass have sent me this pedal to review. But that's not going to have an impact on any of my opinions or any things that I say or any of the sounds that you hear. This is all my unfiltered opinion still. And there's one rule to this video: if you ever want to see any Darkglass content on here ever again, you have to like this video. Catering really high-end products straight out of Finland and onto our pedal boards, onto our amps, into our preamps. Darkglass mainly focus in the kind of distortion, fuzzy overdrive, that kind of absolute filth that we love to hear on our bass tones. Now this beautiful pedal that I have here is actually the second incarnation of the Duality Fuzz. They launched it years ago now, and it has since been discontinued. It was a really popular fuzz pedal. They've not really done a dedicated fuzz since. They've done the Alpha Omega, which is a bit of a fuzzy distortion, but not a soul fuzz pedal again. And with the release of the new B1K, which is a simplified version of the B3K distortion, they've now done the same treatment to the Duality Fuzz, bringing it back in style. Look at this thing. It's so pretty. I absolutely love this. Almost like rose gold champagne finish that they've got on here. Up close, it's got a nice sparkle to it, and it really does scream that Darkglass quality. Of course, that quality does come with a price tag, of course. These are currently priced at... wow. So just like the original name Duality comes because we've actually got two fuzz circuits on here, and that is controlled by this big little knob in the middle here. Over to one side we've got a pure gated, almost sawtooth style wave, or you can crank it all the way up for a tighter, more high gain fuzz. Two quite different sounding styles of fuzz that you can kind of mix together to get the exact sound that you want. On the outer ring here we have a master level, which sets the volume of the overdriven signal. Now you might remember the original Duality having 4 knobs. Can you imagine? And I'm happy and also sad to inform you that this one does have those features too built in, but yep, they are on the back, built into the device, inaccessible to anyone. I've got the cover off. It does come with a magnetic cover, which looks like this. And what I quite like about Darkglass is that they think about how you're going to get this off. You don't need a screwdriver. You can just either put your finger in there or put your pick in there, and also kind of use these grooves to adjust the filter and the blend control. Now the filter is controlling how much high frequency you've got in that overdriven signal, so you can go from a super dark sound to a really bright sound fully open. And then you've got a blend as well, which controls how much of your dry signal is mixed in with the sound. I have lots of things to say about this, because they say that you can really blend between this outer knob and this control back here to get the exact sound you want. Why on earth would I want to do this and try and figure that out before putting it on my pedal board? The blend and the filter, if I'm honest, kind of don't feel like set and forget things. Now I'm a tweaker, I'm always tweaking with my knobs just to kind of get the sound that I want, depending on the amp I'm playing through, depending on the stage and the room that I'm in. So to have key features like that locked away in the back, I don't like that. I never like trim pots that are hidden away. I just don't understand the point in them. I know it's a room saver. I really appreciate the size of this thing. I appreciate they're going for a sleeker design as well, because it looks so cool, but just don't think that is worth it, or I'd rather have the tiny little knobs on here or something. So I don't love that about it. But what I do love is the overall sound. Now I think you can get quite different sounds out of this. I think you can get quite a few different sounds out of this depending on the amp and bass that you're using as well. So for the first clip we're going to be hearing a more modern sound with a PJ configuration from a Squier vintage modified Jaguar bass. The amp setup is a Gallion-Kruger head with an Ampeg cab, all of which is through the Line 6 HX Stomp. And then we're going to listen to the Squier Classic Vibe Mustang, so a short scale bass with a more vintage amp based on an acoustic branded amp. Let's have a listen. Now, despite its small stature, this thing has got big sounds. There's a lot of variation of what you can get, and I still don't feel like I've really explored every single avenue, but that's mainly down to these trim pots at the back that I haven't been able to demo, every single little intricate sound you can get so easily, because I'm constantly having to do this to get back there. Now, for me, that gated sound sounds great. If you're a really tidy player, I think it really works for staccato style notes. It does give you that synth sounds though, so that is a real bonus and really fun to play with. Turning over to that tighter high gain, this is more kind of my realm. I really like doing this with a pick, even with palm muting as well, especially with the short scale Mustang. It is super fun, right at home with a fuzz pedal in front of it. For me, my favourite kind of sound was a bit of a blend between the two, probably about 1 or 2 o'clock for the inner knob in terms of the sound. So more towards that tighter high gain, but not that full balls to the wall sound. There are loads of sounds in here, but you have got to put the time in to dial in what you want. Found myself sometimes wanting to turn it all the way up, but then sometimes losing a bit of that note definition. I was wearing headphones and not always looking at what I'm playing, and I kind of found myself losing my notes a little bit or not being able to tell what notes I'm playing sometimes because of the amount of fuzz that's on there. I don't feel like I got that sweet spot with the blend, but anyway, there are loads of sounds in this. It is insane sounding. It looks so polite and kind and like it's not going to do anything bad, and then it rips your face off. Overall, it's a thumbs up from me. I think that this is a really cool sounding pedal, and a huge thanks to Darkglass for sending me this one to check out. So there we go. Let me know in a comment down below what you think about this pedal and what other pedals you'd like to see me review. Once again, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you next time.